Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim is set to meet Pakatan Harapan MPs on Monday, where they'll be briefed on judicial appointments and be given a chance to seek clarification on the matter. The meeting comes just a day after Rafizi Ramli's forum on the same issue. Meanwhile, Dr Mahathir Mohamad turns 100 today. In a podcast, he shared why retirement just isn't for him. Stay tuned for all this and more. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has scheduled a meeting with Pakatan Harapan MPs. The meeting will be held just a day after Pandan MP Rafizi Ramli's forum on judicial reform. Malaysiakini learned that Harapan MPs and senators have been invited to meet Anwar at the Prime Minister's official residence in Putrajaya on July 14th at 4:30 p.m. A day before, on Sunday, July 13th at 8:30 p.m., Rafizi is scheduled to hold a forum titled Integriti Kehakiman, Kuala Lumpur, to discuss recent allegations concerning judicial appointments. The forum is the first in a series organized by Rafizi and his team. Earlier today, Rafizi sent a letter to all parliamentarians urging them to support three demands on the issue. First, form a royal commission of inquiry to investigate the allegations. Second, for the Parliament's Special Select Committee on Human Rights and Institutional Reforms to probe the matter, including summoning Anwar to give a statement. And third, to fill top judicial vacancies based on the JAC's, that's the Judicial Appointments Commission's, earlier recommendations. Rafizi had also invited all MPs to attend the forum on July 13th. When contacted, a Harapan MP told Malaysiakini they're still undecided on whether to support Rafizi's call. The MP, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said they'll listen to what Anwar says first and consult colleagues in the party. Istana Negara has cautioned all quarters against politicizing the appointment of judges to the superior courts. In a statement today, the palace said that it is a matter of national importance and must be handled with care and integrity in accordance with the Federal Constitution. According to Article 122B of the Federal Constitution, the palace noted that the appointment of judges is made by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on the advice of the Prime Minister after consultation with the Conference of Rulers. It said this provision clearly reflects the principle of checks and balances within the country's judicial system. It added that the Judicial Appointments Commission Act 2009 provides the legal framework for the selection process of judicial candidates. However, it said the authority to advise the Yang di-Pertuan Agong lies with the Prime Minister. The palace stressed that matters of appointments under the Federal Constitution must be handled lawfully so that the exercise of power by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong is not politicized by any party. Former Premier Dr Mahathir Mohamad just turned 100. He's Malaysia's longest-serving Prime Minister and the oldest ever to hold the post. Born July 10, 1925, Mahathir led Malaysia for 22 years, from 1981 before stepping down in 2003. Then he was re-elected in 2018, becoming the world's oldest sitting Prime Minister. However, his second stint as PM ended abruptly in 2020 after a political coup by his then party Bersatu. In the 2022 general election, Mahathir lost his deposit when seeking re-election as Langkawi MP. Despite this, the centenarian remains a presence in local politics and he now heads the Defend the Judiciary Secretariat. The Secretariat is seeking for Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to take a leave of absence, pending the disposal of a civil lawsuit against him. They're also pushing for Anwar to stay out of judicial appointments amid allegations that there is interference in the process. Meanwhile, in a post on social media this morning, Anwar wished Mahathir a happy 100th birthday. The Prime Minister said he and his wife, Dr Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, prayed for Mahathir to be blessed with health, peace and physical strength to continue to live a meaningful life. Anwar added that Mahathir's healthy lifestyle and never-ending contributions are an example to an aging country that still has high hopes. Meanwhile, in a podcast this morning in conjunction with his birthday, Mahathir admitted that he doesn't understand those who prefer a quiet life of retirement over staying active and mentally engaged.
Some people retire and they want to rest. What is the meaning of rest? You do nothing? I mean, you are alive, you are capable, and you don't make use of this gift that you have, gift of God, that you have. Mind and body are still functioning. So to me, so long as I can function, I want to function. I want to behave almost as if I'm not getting old. I try to live the same life that I lived when I was younger. Being active is what keeps me alive. Make use of your body and mind, then it will function. You fail to make use of your body and mind, it deteriorates. It becomes weaker and weaker, and soon your age makes you unable to function.
If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysiakini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. PAS has clarified that it fully supports an RCI into judicial appointments. This was in response to PKR lawmaker Rafizi Ramli, who had slammed the opposition party for supposedly providing its conditional support for the proposed RCI. The former economy minister was referring to PAS Deputy President Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man's assertion that PAS would only support the proposed RCI if Rafizi joined the Turun Anwar rally, aimed at demanding Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's resignation. In a post on Facebook, PAS Information Chief Ahmad Fadli Shari said that there was no issue of conditional or unconditional support. He claimed that the media had misunderstood Tuan Ibrahim's remark. He explained that PAS Deputy President Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man had just invited Rafizi and his colleagues to join the rally on July 26. He said, whether or not they choose to attend is entirely up to them and there's no issue. Fadli also said the proposed establishment of the RCI will not materialize as long as Anwar holds the Prime Minister position. On July 8th, Sina Harian reported that PAS was willing to support the suggested RCI provided that Rafizi also participates in the Turun Anwar gathering. Tuan Ibrahim was quoted as saying that Rafizi's presence at the rally would send a clear signal that the Pandan MP genuinely wants issues related to the judiciary to be investigated independently and transparently. A march to defend judicial independence will take place in Malaysia on July 14th. However, Acting Chief Justice Hasna Hashim has rejected the Malaysian Bar's request to postpone cases to facilitate the march. Commenting on this, Lawyers for Liberty co-founder Latifah Koya said it is surprising and unacceptable. She stated that the reason given that witnesses and officers have made preparation for hearings is untenable. She added that it is by no means a good reason to reject the Bar's request, as adjournments of this nature have been sought on many occasions before by the Bar or the AGC on various grounds and have been routinely granted. Hence, she said surely the adjournment requested should have been allowed in this matter, which involves the critical question of judicial independence in this country. According to Latifah, the failure to grant the adjournments requested unreasonably hinders the Bar's right to exercise constitutional freedom to assemble. Latifah said the rejection was also a disservice to the courtesy and mutual cooperation between the judiciary and the Bar. The Malaysian Bar is planning to march from the Palace of Justice in Putrajaya to the Prime Minister's office to submit a memorandum with 4 demands. The demands include filling top judicial vacancies, releasing minutes of a recent Judicial Appointments Commission meeting, forming a Royal Commission of Inquiry to probe judicial interference, and addressing overall judicial vacancies. The Bar sent a letter to Hasna on July 8th requesting permission to adjourn cases to other dates. However, the request was rejected the same day. While we are on the topic of the judiciary, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Law and Institutional Reform, Azlinana Othman Syed, has confirmed that the Cabinet has discussed the vacancies in the Chief Justice and Court of Appeal President positions. In a statement last night, she said the government is fully aware of public concerns surrounding the matter. She stressed that the appointments will be carried out in full compliance with the federal constitution. Azalina said the government remains committed to continuing to strengthen public confidence in the judicial institutions, including by examining long-term improvement measures towards increasing the transparency and independence of the judiciary. She added that the government also wishes to call on all parties to provide space so that the process set out by the federal constitution can run smoothly and appropriately in the interests of the country, the rule of law, and institutional stability. Public concern over the issue had ignited following a joint statement by 9 PKR MPs. The MPs had called for a Royal Commission of Inquiry to probe recent allegations linked to the functions of the Judicial Appointment Commission. Based on the allegations, they expressed concerns that a new judicial appointment scandal may be unfolding. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.